Good evening, and welcome to Daybreak Warriors Navajo Word of the Day. Today's Navajo word of the day is Dooda, Dooda, which means no. Dooda, Dooda. This type of no is one where it's kind of like a command, like you don't do this, you don't do that. Dinék'ehjí, Dooda. Like, I told you no, no in the shne, or the Dooda in the shne. No, I said no, Dooda. No. That's kind of how you use that word, Dooda. It's not like, do you want some coffee? No. That one would be Dinék'ehjí. No. That's a different type of no. So Dooda is kind of like a command. No, you don't do that. No, Dooda. Dooda handishne. That's kind of how you use that word. We're not going to be using it like that tonight because to use it like that, you have to use specific words to go with it. But tonight we're going to be using the word Dooda in combination with words you've already used before. We're going to be using with the word áshłeeh. For example, if you're saying I'm making something, you would just say áshłeeh, áshłeeh, I'm making it, áshłeeh. If you're saying I'm not making it, you would put áshłeeh between the words Dooda. So it would be do áshłeeh, I'm not making it. Do áshłeeh, do áshłeeh. That's how it works. It turns something positive into negative. Rather than saying I'm making it, you're saying I'm not making it. Do áshłeeh, by putting it between the words Dooda. Another example, if you're saying I'm taking a shower, áshłeeh, or a shower, áshłeeh, I'm going to take a shower now. If you say I'm not taking a shower, you would stick that word in between the words Dooda. So it'd be do shower áshłeeh. Do shower áshłeeh. I'm not taking a shower. Do shower áshłeeh. By putting it in the middle of the word Dooda, you turn it from something positive to negative. So it's no longer I'm doing it, it's I'm not doing it. That's what the word Dooda does. Another example, if you're saying like I'm texting Gary bitch text áshłeeh. Again, for these examples, keep in mind the object, action, verb. Object being Gary, action being texting, and verb being áshłeeh. So to say I'm texting Gary bitch text áshłeeh. If you want to say I'm not texting Gary, you put the action and the verb between Dooda. So it turns out to be Gary do bitch text áshłeeh. Gary do bitch text áshłeeh. I'm not texting Gary. If you're saying I'm borrowing his or her phone, befon b'tz'an use áshłeeh. Again, phone being the object, use being the action, and áshłeeh being the verb. So if I'm saying I'm using his phone, befon b'tz'an use áshłeeh. I'm using his phone. We learned that in a previous lesson. So if you want to say I'm not using his or her phone, you would say befon do b'tz'an use áshłeeh. Again, the action and the verb goes between Dooda. So it turns into befon do b'tz'an use áshłeeh. If you want to use the word ba, for example, like cake ba áshłeeh, I'm making him or her a cake. Cake ba áshłeeh. If you put that in between the words Dooda, or no, I'm sorry, if you put the verb in between Dooda, you would turn it the opposite. Rather than saying I'm making him a cake, you're going to say I'm not making him or her a cake. Cake do ba áshłeeh. Cake do ba áshłeeh. Cake do ba áshłeeh. I'm not making him or her a cake. That's how the word Dooda works. If you want to say like I'm using my phone to send him an email, shafon be bitch an email áshłeeh. Shafon be bitch an email áshłeeh. So again, the action and the verb go between the words Dooda. So if you're saying I'm not sending him an email using my phone, shafon do be bitch an email áshłeeh. Shafon be do bitch an email áshłeeh. I'm not using my phone to send him an email. Shafon be do bitch an email áshłeeh. And then you can even say like I'm not using my phone, but I'm using my computer. Shifon be do bich email ashle tande. She computer be bich email ashle. Sorry, I said that a little too fast. Shifon be do bich email ashle ta inde. She computer be bich email ashle. Sorry, it gets a little confusing, but if you've been practicing, you can use that kind of sentence structure to say a little more. Now, I threw some words in there. Inde means but. So when I said like I'm not using my phone to send them an email, but I'm using my computer to send an email. Shifon be do bich email ashleta nde. She computer be bich email ashle. I'm not using my phone to send them an email, but I'm using my computer. Now that you're getting the hang of these things, you can say a little more with what you already know. And it's amazing what you can do with the words áshłeeh and Dooda. So that's how you use that word, putting the action and the verb between the word Dooda, and it can turn it into the opposite of what you're trying to say by turning it into the doings to the do nots. I'm not doing, or from the I'm doings to the I'm not doing. It's a very powerful word, Dooda, Dooda. And that's tonight's Navajo word of the day, Dooda. Have a good evening.